In June 2026, the Insta360 Luna Ultra finally launched. Leica-engineered optics, a 1-inch sensor, dual-lens telephoto zoom, and that genuinely clever, detachable touchscreen remote. A genuinely excellent first chapter. But just days after that launch, some trusted leaks who first spotted those January prototypes shared something new. Not Luna Ultra marketing photos. So if the Luna Ultra was Chapter 1, what's Chapter 2? Let's talk about the Luna Ultra 2 and why it might genuinely represent the future of this entire category. Let's be precise about what we're actually looking at here because the sourcing matters enormously. The newest images aren't labeled as Luna Ultra 2 prototypes. Igor was specific in his phrasing. These are shots of an early-stage modular camera platform that the current Luna Ultra eventually emerged from. What makes them genuinely fascinating is that some of these earlier prototypes appear more modular than the actual shipped Luna Ultra. We're talking about a vertical pocket-style body with a large lens, a separate gimbal unit paired with a small detachable camera module, and a standalone square sensor module, all explored as distinct directions before Insta360 ultimately narrowed everything down into the dual-lens, Leica-engineered design that launched in June. That narrowing is the key detail. The shipped Luna Ultra represents Insta360's chosen path through a much wider menu of possibilities, meaning genuine, tested alternative designs already exist in their labs, sitting unused. For a hypothetical Luna Ultra 2, that's an extraordinary head start. Insta360 doesn't need to invent new modular concepts from scratch. They need to revisit ideas they already prototyped, tested, and consciously set aside for version 1. So what would a second-generation Luna Ultra plausibly build toward? Following the original modular prototype's most ambitious threads, the most exciting possibility is interchangeable lens modules that go beyond the current dual-lens system, potentially including a dedicated 360-degree double fisheye module, echoing patent filings that have already surfaced suggesting support for exactly this kind of swappable optics architecture. We could also see additional detachable camera heads beyond the current telephoto module, stackable battery or accessory connectors building on the dual battery system the original Luna Ultra already introduced, and deeper integration between the detachable touchscreen remote and whatever new modules get added to the lineup. This wouldn't be a sequel chasing bigger numbers on a spec sheet. It would be Insta360 finally shipping the more ambitious version of the platform they were clearly building toward all along. Here's where this story stops being about one product and starts being about an entire category's direction. Insta360 has history here. Years ago, the 1R experimented with interchangeable lens modules. Swap in a 360 module. Swap in a wide-angle action module, all on the same core unit. It was ambitious, a little ahead of its time, and ultimately niche. But it proved Insta360 has never been afraid to explore modularity as a core design philosophy, not just a marketing gimmick. The Luna platform feels like that same ambition, matured and refined with years of additional engineering experience. If Insta360 continues down this path, Luna stops being a single camera and starts becoming something closer to a true modular ecosystem. One core processing and stabilization unit, paired with a growing family of swappable lens modules and accessories that creators choose based on what they're actually shooting that day. A wildlife photographer reaches for the telephoto module. A travel vlogger swaps in the wide module. Someone documenting an event clips on the 360 module, all built around the same fundamental platform. That's a genuinely different way of thinking about a creator camera. Less, buy the right camera for your needs, and more, buy the platform, then assemble the configuration your project demands. If Insta360 executes this well with the Luna Ultra 2, they're not just building a better camera, they're building a more durable, more adaptable relationship with the people who buy it, because upgrading becomes about adding a module, not replacing an entire device. This is genuinely what the future looks like in compact creator technology. Not bigger sensors chasing diminishing returns, but more flexible systems that bend around how creators actually work. This entire conversation is happening directly in DJI's shadow, and that context matters. The Luna Ultra launched as a direct challenger to DJI's Osmo Pocket 4 and Pocket 4 Pro, sharing a 1-inch sensor and f1.8 aperture lens architecture, while differentiating hard on its detachable touchscreen remote and Leica-tuned color science. meaning every design decision Insta360 makes with a Luna Ultra 2 will be watched, scrutinized, and likely contested in courtrooms as much as in comment sections. That legal pressure cuts both ways. On one hand, it means Insta360 has genuine incentive to differentiate aggressively rather than iterate cautiously. Modularity is exactly the kind of distinctive feature set that's harder to characterize as simple copying. On the other hand, any genuinely novel mechanical design, like new module-swapping hardware, will need careful patent navigation given how contested this entire space has become. DJI, for its part, isn't standing still either. The Pocket 4 Pro continues to push dynamic range and dual-camera telephoto performance hard. If Insta360 wants the Luna Ultra 2 to feel like a genuine leap rather than a minor refresh, modularity might be exactly the differentiator that lets them compete on philosophy rather than just spec-for-spec parity. Let's talk honestly about timing and cost, because a Luna Ultra 2 remains genuinely speculative at this stage. The original Luna Ultra and Luna Pro launched globally in mid to late June 2026, with pricing reports suggesting a premium positioning that made even DJI's Pocket 4 look comparatively affordable. Given that the first generation has barely reached the market, a true Luna Ultra 2 realistically sits at least 12 to 18 months out, likely late 2027 at the earliest, following the natural product cycle most camera companies use to let a flagship breathe before iterating. On pricing, if modular accessories and additional lens heads become part of the equation, expect a tiered structure, a core body price similar to or slightly above the original Luna Ultra, with individual modules sold separately, mirroring how the One R's modular system was originally priced, and giving creators flexibility to build out their kit gradually, rather than paying for everything up front. The Luna Ultra was never really the end goal. The prototype photos prove that. Insta360 was experimenting with something bigger, more flexible, more ambitious, and chose to ship the most refined, market-ready slice of that vision first. If the Insta360 Luna Ultra 2 picks up where those early modular prototypes left off, we're not just looking at a sequel, we're looking at Insta360 finally building the camera platform they were clearly dreaming about all along. One core system, endless configurations, built around how creators actually want to work rather than forcing them into a single fixed design. That's not just an upgrade, that's the future quietly clicking itself together, one module at a time. Subscribe so you're there the moment real confirmation arrives. Thanks for watching.